Now, despair anchors. Can you explain more about despair anchors? How are these different than other negative statements, such as a post-hypnotic suggestion? All right, let's pull up despair anchor. Now, a despair anchor is in mental energy. Over here, we have broadcast message, despair anchor. It's a negative statement that's perceived as a truth by the subconscious mind, which will seek to fulfill that truth. It's usually created from some severe negative repetitive thinking. And it's usually an I am statement, like I'm not worthy, or I am, no, what would it be? I'm worthless. And so then identifying the wording, ask you can how you would identify the word. So this, when you come to this despair anchor, identifying the word, go back to, this is an easy way to identify what this might be associated with. Go to the emotion chart and just test, is the emotion or the word associated with this on the column A? No. Is it in column B? Yes. Is it in an odd row? No. So it is in row 2. Is this failure, hopelessness, etc.? And you can hit right on the word and go, yes. This person will say, I know, it's failure. I am a failure. To that mental energy and despair anchor, I am a failure. Identify the exact wording of the statement through intuition or muscle testing. We've got that done. And what is associated with this? Is there anything else that is causing an underlying cause with this? Often we will go to another emotion, we'll go to another time, and occasionally, as anything can cause anything, you may find a heavy metal that's causing the nervous system to be out of balance. You could find a misalignment and eventually ask, is there anything more? And when there's not, ask that person to say the statement, I am a failure. And they will usually go, that doesn't even come close. I don't feel like that at all. So those are some ideas of negative statements. And how are these different? A despair anchor different than other negative statements, or a post-hypnotic suggestion? A post-hypnotic suggestion often comes from music, or let's go back there and look at that just very quick like. Post-hypnotic suggestions is a suggested statement from often games, video games, when the mind has become desynchronized in the cerebral hemisphere. So it's open to suggestion. And that can become directly, become a negative charged, come from negative charged entertainment, etc. So it can keep you open to thoughts of that. And a lot of the songs that we have these days that have the repetitive things about suicide, the repetitive statements, and it can cause a person to be switched, basically, where good is bad and bad is good. And so that can be different than a despair anchor, even though it could cause very similar types of symptoms and so on.